Good morning, everyone. My name is Jennifer Bowles. I'm the Executive Director of the Water Education Foundation, which helped to organize this wonderful conference. I want to welcome everyone to the conference. We have folks from California and across the U.S., from such states as Nebraska, Colorado, the state of Washington. I want to especially thank the people who came from far distances, people from Brazil, New Zealand, and Australia, Oman, China, Japan, India, Nepal, Germany, Slovenia, Uganda, Chile, Spain, Israel, Denmark, the Netherlands, and my native land of Canada, just to name a few. Altogether, we have more than 200 presentations for you over the next few days and presenters from 30 countries. So we are calling this the Groundwater Olympics. So we're very excited that everyone made it here. So at the Water Education Foundation, we believe that it's important for the link between science and policy to be strong, and we hope that this conference will help to further that connection. You can find out more about the foundation at our exhibit table if you're interested. There are some handouts in your folders also of some of our events and publications on our website. I'd also like to thank our sponsors for helping with this event, UC Water Security and Sustainability Research Initiative, the Almond Board of California, University of California Agriculture and Natural Resources, Chronic Moskovitz, Tiedemann, and Girard, and Crop Production Services. Our exhibitors, whose names if you saw the rolling PowerPoint, that was McGeorge School of Law, Best Inc., Groundwater Resources of California, Envirotech, DHI, and Water Technology Alliance. And thanks to those who sponsored student scholarships, Best and Krieger, and Crop Services Productions. So just a few housekeeping items for you over in the next few days. If you see red ribbons on name badges, and they say staff, not speaker, those are the people who are either from the Water Education Foundation or UC Davis, and they can help you with downloading your PowerPoints or with any questions that you might have. Also, you have drink tickets tucked into your name badges. The pink ones are for tonight's reception. The green ones are for tomorrow's reception. Also tonight, I hope you're going to join me. We have a very special screening of a documentary made by my friend Ian James of the Desert Sun in Southern California and his cohorts at USA Today. The documentary is called Pumped Dry, The Global Crisis of Vanishing Groundwater, and it's only been screened at 4 film festivals, Palm Springs, Washington, D.C., Sonoma, and my hometown of Toronto. And now it's going to be screened in Burlingame, so we're very excited. And it's a documentary that goes across the globe, showing groundwater issues across the globe. It's about an hour long, not too long, and we're hoping to Skype in the documentary filmmaker as well, so it should be really fun. So that's going to be at 7:30 tonight after the reception and posters. So please join me for that if you're not too tired by then. I also wanted to let you know that Lester Snow, our planned lunch speaker, sends his regrets for not being able to attend today. He has a meeting with the governor, so we couldn't let him not go to that. Instead, we have Michael Kajparski, the director of the Wheeler Water Institute at the Center for Law, Energy, and the Environment at the University of California, Berkeley. So we're very glad that he will be addressing us at lunch. I also want you to know that if you're tweeting, please use the hashtag #AgGroundwater. Our Twitter at the foundation is @WaterEDFDN, so we'll be posting some updates there. And now I'm very happy to introduce to you Thomas Harter, whom most of you know. He's a groundwater expert. He was appointed the Robert M. Hagan Endowed Chair in Water Management and Policy at the University of California, Davis in 2007. Thomas is the mastermind behind this conference. And we at the foundation are lucky to count him among our board members. So please welcome Thomas Harter.
Thank you, Jennifer, and welcome to this incredible opportunity to meet and mingle and exchange ideas on a very unique but very important idea, agriculture and groundwater and agriculture. I wanted to thank Jennifer and her crew, Sue, Beth, Susan, Lisa, Vanessa, and Sydney for putting this all together. They're holding this all together and are bringing us here. I wanted to thank Johanna, who's helped me with a lot of the logistics on my end. I also wanted to thank David Rudolph from University of Waterloo, who is my co-chair and who has been the cheerleader of all of this and the instigator to do this one more time. We've come together, and many of you were here in 2010 when we gathered for the first time. I'd also like to thank the Program Council, who has been incredibly helpful and who's really been putting in the ideas for this conference, for the sessions in this conference, and for many of the speakers that are here at this conference. And you will see most of the Program Council members moderating the sessions throughout this conference. So why this conference? For me personally, when we did the first round of this conference, and this is still true today, I go to a lot of groundwater conferences where there's very little agricultural context. And I go to some of the agricultural conferences where there is a big water context, but it's really just surface water, and there's very little groundwater context at most of the agricultural conferences. And so when we did this the first time in 2010, and the reason why we're doing this again now is there's really not a venue for us that are working at this nexus between groundwater and agriculture, to meet, to exchange ideas, to link between the many different aspects and facets of that nexus between groundwater and agriculture. The science, linking the science with the policy, linking the quantity supply with the quality, linking it to the water energy nexus, linking it to foods, and making these cross linkages and having conversations across these various topics. But the other piece also is this is an opportunity for us to meet from many different local places. Groundwater is often considered a local problem. It's best managed at the local scale, as we've heard at the last conference. But the fact that locally, around the globe, we have the same problems is amazing to me, and it's really a place that says we need to sit together, share our experiences, share what we have learned, look for opportunities that are there, learn from those opportunities, but also understand what these challenges at many local places mean for our global economy and our global health. That's why we're here. We've come a long ways in the last 6 years here in California. We've passed the Sustainable Groundwater Management Act. We are engaging agriculture in an irrigated lands regulatory program to reduce nitrate loading to groundwater. The European Union has come across its first deadline on the EU Water Framework Directive to get to good water status across all waters in the European Union. So what I challenge you with for the next 3 days is look for your colleagues at another place. See and hear what they have learned. Look at what opportunities are out there that may be applying to your work, whether it's in policy or in science. Come to the final plenary session on Thursday and bring what you've learned in these 3 days with you, and share where do we go next? What do you want to do next with what you've learned here and with the opportunities that you see here? And what challenges do we need to tackle next? For those of you that are working on the science and technical side, what does your work mean for our policy and decision makers? What can you share with them about your work? And for those that are in policy and decision making, what do you need to know from the scientists? What do you need? What demands or what needs do you have on the technical side?